Hello, and welcome back. Tonight, I want to invite you to lay down a heavy burden. A burden you may not even realize you are carrying. It is the burden of effort, of resistance, of force. In our world, we are taught to push, to strive, to struggle, to swim against the current. We are taught that this is the only way to succeed, the only way to live. But there is another way, an ancient way, a way that is as gentle as it is powerful. It is the path of Wu Wei. The words translate from Chinese as non-action or effortless action. But it is not about being lazy or passive. It is the art of acting in harmony with the natural flow of the universe. It is the wisdom of the sailor who uses the wind to guide his ship, rather than trying to row against it. So for the next while, there is no need to push, no need to strive. Your only task is to soften, to release, and to float with me on a gentle current of understanding. Let your muscles unwind. Let your thoughts drift by like clouds as we explore the profound peace of Wu Wei. To understand Wu Wei, the ancient sages of the Tao Te Ching tell us to simply observe water. Picture a small stream, born from a spring high in the mountains. It does not have a grand plan. It does not force its way. It simply seeks the path of least resistance. It yields. It flows around a large stone. It gently laps at the roots of an ancient tree. It does not fight these obstacles. It gracefully incorporates them into its journey. It is soft. And yet, over millennia, this same gentle stream can carve canyons through the hardest rock. Now, imagine that stream growing into a river. Its power is immense. It can carry great ships. It can nourish vast ecosystems. But its power does not come from rigidity. It comes from its willingness to adapt. The river changes its shape to fit the container of its banks. It is never brittle. It never breaks. It simply flows. When it meets a dam, it does not smash against it in frustration. It simply waits. Patiently, its level rises until it inevitably finds a way over or around. Its persistence is patient, and its patience is powerful. Finally, picture the great ocean, the destination of all rivers. It is vast, deep, and accepting. It receives everything: the pure mountain spring water, the muddy river water, the salt of the earth. It does not judge. It does not reject. It simply accepts it all into its immense being and finds equilibrium. The ocean can be terrifying in its power during a storm, yet its default state is one of calm, rhythmic balance. It is the ultimate expression of effortless power. This is the spirit of Wu Wei. To be like water, to be soft yet persistent, to be yielding yet capable of overcoming all things, to be powerful not through force, but through intelligent and graceful adaptation. Think of our own lives. How often do we act not like water, but like stone? Rigid, brittle, trying to force our will upon the world. Think of a time you tried to force a creative idea. You sat at a desk, staring at a blank page, trying to squeeze out inspiration through sheer effort. The more you pushed, the more your mind felt like a dry, barren desert. The inspiration was gone. This is resistance. Think of a difficult conversation. You had your points you needed to make, your argument you needed to win. You pushed your words against their words, like two stones grinding against each other. There was no flow, no understanding, only friction and heat. This is resistance. Think of a painful feeling, like sadness or anxiety. Our first instinct is often to fight it, to push it down, to distract ourselves, to pretend it isn't there. We build dams in our own minds to hold back the river of our own emotions. But the water level always rises, the pressure always builds. The effort to hold it back is immense, and it is exhausting. This is the very essence of resistance. We grip our plans tightly and become frustrated when reality deviates. We try to control the feelings of others and become bewildered when they don't conform. We set rigid timetables for our own growth and healing and become disappointed with ourselves when our spirit doesn't obey our schedule. Wu Wei offers a gentle invitation to simply let go of the rope, to stop the tug of war with reality, and to see what happens when we allow things to take their natural course. So how do we practice this in our own lives? It is not a set of rules to follow, but a state of being to cultivate. The first practice is patient observation. Before you jump into a situation, before you react, before you try to fix things, simply watch. Watch like a gardener observes a plant to see what it needs. Sun, water, or simply to be left alone. When you observe without an agenda, you begin to see the natural current of the situation. You see where the energy is already flowing. The second practice is acting in alignment. Once you see the current, you can act. But your action is not a push against it, it is a gentle nudge with it. The sailor does not create the wind, he raises his sails to catch it. In your own life, this means waiting for the right moment. It means speaking when the other person is ready to listen. It means starting the project when inspiration naturally arises. It is the difference between trying to push a car and simply putting it in gear when the engine is already running. The third and perhaps most important practice is trusting in the process. This is the hardest part for a mind that loves control. It is the trust that the river knows its way to the sea. It is the trust that a seed, given the right conditions, knows how to become a flower without your constant interference. In our lives, this means trusting our own intuition. It means trusting that sometimes the most effective action is non-action. It is allowing a problem to resolve itself, allowing a difficult emotion to pass through you like a cloud, trusting that you will have the resources you need when the time is right. Wu Wei is not about giving up, it is about giving up the struggle. It is the deep, profound faith that if you align yourself with the Tao, with the natural way of things, the universe will carry you forward with far less effort and far more grace. And now, I invite you to bring this feeling into your own life. Bring to your mind an area where you feel you are struggling, a place where you feel resistance, where you are pushing a heavy stone. It could be a relationship, a work project, a personal goal, or a difficult feeling you are wrestling with. Just see it gently in your mind, without judgment. Feel the tension of the effort. Acknowledge how tiring it is to push so hard. Now, imagine yourself letting go, just for a moment. Imagine you are releasing your grip on the problem. You are no longer trying to force a solution. You are simply becoming an observer. What does this situation look like from a distance? Where is the natural energy flowing? Is there a small, easy current you could follow instead of the path of most resistance? What would it feel like to be like water in this situation, to be yielding, adaptable, patient? What if the solution isn't a great feat of effort, but a small, gentle shift in perspective? What if the best action, for now, is to simply wait, to observe, to allow the situation to reveal its own path forward? There is no need to solve it tonight. The only task is to introduce the possibility of grace, the possibility of effortless action. As you drift now deeper into rest, carry with you the feeling of water. Feel your body and mind becoming fluid, soft, adaptable. There is nothing to resist. You can simply flow with the current of this moment into the deep, quiet ocean of sleep, trusting that, like the river, you are on the right path and you have all the strength you need, not to fight, but to flow.